we just don't hear about cancer and pregnancy. The year that I got diagnosed with cancer is the year that I got married. So I feel like the first year of our marriage is always going to be tainted by that. I'm even getting a bit emotional, but it's just it's a lot. Being diagnosed 3 months after giving birth, having the cancer during 2 pregnancies and just not knowing. I had no idea that pregnancy and cancer can coexist. I was raised on an island called Saint Martin. I was fluent in French when I was younger, but then when we moved to the UK, I wasn't fluent in English. I've always been a creative person. I've always loved makeup. I grew really passionate about it. I became a pro makeup artist. I traveled whilst doing makeup, which was really cool. And then that's when I moved to online. Guys, I just filmed this super easy back to school makeup tutorial for you guys. My husband's name is Joe. We've bought a house together, and then when the children came, it was just like the icing on the cake. Life at home is very hectic. So I have my firstborn, my princess, Alea, and she's 4. I have my middle, which is Saya, and my angel, Annalise. I think being the only child, I've always wanted a really big family. The first time where something just didn't feel right is when I felt the lump at the side of my breast, and I was like, what is that? This was around the time I had given birth to my son, so I brought it up to the midwife, and she was like, it's probably dried up milk ducts, you're not breastfeeding. And it wasn't until my 3rd pregnancy with Annalise, I found another lump in the armpit. So 3 months after birth, I was diagnosed with stage 1 breast cancer. I was 26 at the time. Treatment was challenging, very, very challenging. I was to have a lumpectomy, which meant that I was able to save the breast in the end. I had chemotherapy and radiotherapy. Get ready with me whilst I talk about 5 common chemo side effects that no one talks about. I went down a rabbit hole on Google trying to find what my skin is going to look like after radiotherapy. So I remember speaking to my oncologist, and she was like, oh yeah, you're just going to look like you had a sunburn. I'm like, I don't burn in the sun. Like, I've never had a sunburn before. So I ended up Googling radiotherapy side effects. Radiotherapy burns, and it was just white people. The frustration of always having to, on black women, black skin, black people. And that's when I really leaned into my community. A shout out to my cancer community that I know I can turn to speak to whenever, because I have so many questions. I really, really appreciate the support. I had to ask people, what was it like on you? Do you mind sharing images? And that was life-changing for me, because I got advice. I somewhat was able to prep, even though when it happens, there's nothing like it. But it just put me in a position where I was comfortable and confident going into radiotherapy. After treatment, I was immediately catapulted into menopause. I was dealing with being a new mum, postpartum depression, as well as a new diagnosis. Joe had to be mum and dad for the kids, and especially for the newborn. I remember just waking up one day and she was crawling, and I was thinking, hold on a minute, I don't even know you. For the first 6 to 9 months of her life, I felt like I was absent. Thank you guys so much for the unwavering love, support and prayers that you guys have blessed me with. Cancer is the worst way to meet some of the best people. We were each other's support system, and now I have sisters for life. That's how we spotlight the disparities. That's how we challenge it. And that's how we champion the voices and the stories of black and brown people going through cancer. I'm in remission, so no signs of cancer. I feel like I found a new purpose and meaning to life. I could look past the hair loss, look past the fingernails changing colour, and look past the superficial things. I see myself in a way that I've never seen myself before, stripped bare, but still confident.